in midseason last year, Combs. So way or no way, with the addition of Calvin Ridley to the Jacksonville Jaguars roster, they are a legitimate threat in the AFC next season.
Welcome to Chicago. No, I'm just joking. Calvin Ridley, if he, God, yeah, I'd have to say they're a threat. I mean, I really need to see it again from Trevor Lawrence. I said he was a bust coming out of the draft. You agreed with me. There is a bust coming out of the draft. So far, I think I wouldn't say necessarily a bust, but he's definitely not what our peers in this industry were saying about him coming out of the draft. He was not the prototypical quarterback that you would build in a lab if you were going to build a quarterback. He is not that guy, but if he's as good as he was in the second half of last season, they could be a tough out in the South.
Yeah. So first things first, Combs, is let's put a caveat on that. We said he was going to be a bust when what's his face was still the coach there, the dude from Ohio State. Forget his name. The guy that kicked the kicker in the face and stuff like that. Whatever his name. Urban Meyer, right?
Yeah, you're talking Urban Meyer.
Yeah. So let's just go ahead and put a caveat on that, because Doug Peterson is a quarterback whisperer. For whatever reason, Doug Peterson gets the best out of his quarterbacks. Nick Foles, right, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The list goes on and on and on. But to say that the Jacksonville Jaguars are a legitimate threat with Calvin Ridley on their roster, Combs, the Jags are a legitimate threat even without Calvin Ridley on their roster. The Jacksonville Jaguars took so many leaps and bounds this season. It was just crazy to see how they were. Didn't you have them in the top 10 of your power rankings like the first 5 weeks of the season, and then they dropped the 5 or 6 games in a row, and we're like, well, write these guys off, and then all of a sudden they're winning a playoff game. We're like, what just happened? Them winning that playoff game and playing the Kansas City Chiefs the way they did, that is a huge momentum shift in Jacksonville. Now they are expecting to win the South. Now they are expecting to compete in the AFC. Before that, they were not expecting to. They were just kind of happy to be there, right? They have learned how to lose in the playoffs. Now they're going to win. They are a legitimate threat in the AFC. And Trevor Lawrence,